righty, Pete, what are you doing? Let's get this thing going here. Let's go.
This is fucking guy's Italian accent. Get out of here. What's up, everybody? This is Mike. This is Pete. This is SMSmashups.com. So many shows on YouTube, so many mashups on social media, and we're discussing the Westies from MGM Plus, a new show, episodes 1 and 2, season 1, episodes 1 and 2, because it just came out with a double episode drop to start, and we're here to discuss it. Mike, what's up?
I'm doing well. I really enjoyed these first two episodes. Looking forward to seeing what your thoughts were and maybe if you spotted any family members that you might have known growing up back in the day.
So here's the interesting part. I mentioned this because we cover From also here at SMSmashups.com, and that's an MGM Plus show also. And I've also was recommended by our good friend Jay about the Institute, and I watched that on MGM. So, and I had said that MGM has a couple of home runs, and in my mind at least, there's a couple of other really good shows out there that I haven't seen yet, but that are up there in popularity and have the numbers. But I said this could be, their third big show, the big trio in my mind, at least, because these are the ones I watch. And after the first two episodes, I will say that we were all about the show because our good buddy, well, not our good buddy, but we wish he was our good buddy, Titus Welliver, who plays Harry Bosch in our Bosch coverage, that was our dude. Like, that was our guy. So, but when we hit Titus Welliver is going to be in this show now, let's go watch this new show and check it out. And this cast is phenomenal, and MGM Plus seems to have hit a home run here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just with the J.K. Simmons factor, I mean, the introduction to his character right off the bat in the first 2 minutes of the first episode, it's like, okay, he makes a good bad guy. Oh.
Well, he always made a good bad guy because I've seen a lot of the first stuff of him that I've seen was in the TV show on HBO Oz. The point is he was in that show, and I remember watching him in that show a long time ago, and he was a bad guy in that show, and he was like a sick F bad guy. And then I watched him in other shows play a decent, like, better guy. And then, like, even the Tomorrow War, which is one of my favorite movies ever, which is an Amazon Prime movie. I don't know if you've ever seen the Tomorrow War.
Sounds familiar, but I can't remember if I'd seen it or not.
I would love to mash it up because the story, I recommend this movie for anybody. It's one of the best performances, but he plays the dad, and he has a character arc in that. And I mean, he's in everything else too. He was in Counterpart. He was one of the main guys in Counterpart, and Counterpart was amazing. One of my favorite shows also. So, when you get these actors that you love and you put them all together in a show, and then the show's halfway decent, you're like, okay, that's what's up. This show is phenomenal. But for me, it's a little more exciting because, like, it's, where some of these places are similar to some of the places that I grew up in, the same streets or same blocks. It might not be, they do tricks in Hollywood and stuff to say, oh, this is the street, and then give you a rebuilt neighborhood on a Hollywood set that looks like your old neighborhood in, East New York, in Queens, or Brooklyn.
If I remember correctly, this was filmed in Toronto, so.
You see what I'm saying? But like the scene when they showed you the guy getting his haircut in that little area where those two little doors were for like the little club thingy or the little house thingy that they were, that's like an exact replica of like what I used to walk past as a kid, 30 years ago, 35 years ago.
I know. I love Hollywood magic where I didn't think it would fit, with them filming to Toronto, but it's set in New York. But these first two episodes, I was blown away with how, I mean, I've never been to New York. You grew up there. So I'm kind of happy to see that it brought you back to your childhood days and walking past places that looked exactly like that.
Well, let me ask you this question, because this is the question I've been thinking, and it's really interesting if you think about it this way. So, yes, I'm sure in the world there are bad things happening where people still connected in groups and doing bad things together, organized, so on and so on. But back then it was different because there was less visuals and different situations. But as we get older, we do find out that, a lot of people, these retired guys who are, doing this, writing books and telling stories and getting paid for their stories, to live their retirement because they, there was a big crackdown at some point, and it ain't as luxury, ain't like it used to be. So, I mean, we see a story forming here, right? There's a story being built here.
Yes.
Javits Center not built yet. We know the Javits Center is built, but there's obviously a timeline here. Do you think this is just a made-up story, like a Bronx Tale, or do you think this is like how much truth do you think is behind this story with these characters?
I did
because do they ever say based on a true story of the Westies?
Oh no, I don't think they've ever said based on a true story, but I think I was doing some reading. There was a Irish gang in the New York back in the 80s known as the Westies.
And because we know there's also a John Gotti.
Yes, we know there's
everybody knows there was a John
well.
Gotti. Yeah.
In fact, in my little mini article I have on there that when I was introducing like who's playing who for the stars of the show, I put on there, the guy who's playing John Gotti. He's also been in two of my other favorite shows, The Daredevil, Rise Again, and Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner. But I put on there, it's like, this guy is John Gotti. Come on, if you don't know who John Gotti is, I might as well just smack you upside the head.
That's what I'm saying. It's an interesting story, and this kid, what's his name, Mickey Flanagan,
Yep, Mickey Flanagan.
he's a
Good
fucking
guy.
psychopath, and he sucks. What's your opinion on him?
Yes, he is not the brightest bulb. He's a little bit of a hothead, hot to react, especially does what was that guy's name? Zaccaro. Zaccaro was giving him shit in the bar, and Mickey just wanted to tear him to shreds. Jimmy had to basically haul his ass out of the bar.
Did it remind you of the Goodfellas scene?
Oh, absolutely.
Go
I
get
mean,
your fucking shine
it's
box.
yes, it's these two episodes had a combination of The Sopranos, Goodfellas, and The Irishman, kind of all wrapped up into one. It's kind of feeling wise, feel set wise. But yeah, I loved it. Loving these two episodes, and Mickey's just hot off the handle, and then he did the stupid thing by when they were setting up this guy's fingerprints all over the jewelry store. He swiped something and held it back from the hall and gives it to this girl that was shacking up with Zaccaro, and that towards the end of the episode, or episode two.
Aaron Malone.
Yes, Aaron. So yeah, he's not
Now,
the brightest bulb, but he's got some shit in his past. We've seen that with the flashbacks and
I
stuff
said
too.
this in our TV roundtable with Jay and Tracy at smsmashups.com about the TV show From. They always have the stupidest plans.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, this is no different. This
Oh,
show is
absolutely.
cool, but their plan is so stupid to start. I'm like, holy shit. They're all gonna just get shot by all these Italians because they're outnumbered, and that's just the way this is gonna be. But I do want to ask this question to Jay and Tracy out because since they're not here, I wish they were here for this question. And I want to ask you also, but I want to get Jason and Trey's answer, Jay and Tracy's answer, so we could put it out there on the website possibly about their opinions of it, just so everybody is caught up on it. How do you feel about watching a TV show where not only Titus Welliver is a cop, but he's crooked as fuck?
Yes.
How does that make you feel? Because I'm like, I knew it. I always knew he had it in this dirty motherfucker. But you tell me what your opinion is.
Yes, it is very difficult. Oh, we haven't seen how crooked he is. We know he's running like
Well,
a
let's see.
sports
He has
book.
a drinking problem.
Yes, drinking
He's a
problem.
bookie.
Yep, he's running a sports book out of his precinct. But so I even put on there, he's not so honorable, but he's highly distinguished, highly decorated.
Well, he
Because
has a good pass. I'm like, well, holy shit! I
yeah,
feel like I am watching Harry Bosch just on like his downward spiral at the end of his career, like just
yeah,
all
pretty
corrupt
much.
and not giving a. But it's not Bosch. It's a different show, different channel. MGM Plus on the Westies, awesome show. I love it. Keep going.
Yes, so it is a little bit tougher seeing Titus Welliver but we've seen Titus Welliver being a bad guy in the past in
But not
Lost.
recently, I feel, right?
Yeah, not recently, not since Bosch started up. We haven't really seen him being a bad guy,
And
but
Bosch Legacy.
yep, but he has had some incredible roles where he is a really evil character, like Sons of Anarchy. He has a really good
I've never seen
arc.
that. Maybe I should watch Sons of Anarchy and we should do a mashup about that.
I'd be down for that. I
It's
love
a lot of
Sons of
episodes, though. I don't
Anarchy.
even know if I have the time for that shit. That's some Christmas break status.
Yes, definitely.
Hmm.
But definitely worth checking out. But he's played so many bad guys in the past. Even the Transformers movie that he was in with Mark Wahlberg, he was a really shitty character. But so he does play all these really good shitty characters, but he can also play a really good guy as well. So we got to take the good with the bad. Yes, it's hard seeing him being on this side of the law wearing a badge, but it's a nice change at the same time.
When you start a new show and you start all these characters and all these storylines, it's fucked up because like we're sitting here and we're like, okay, Jimmy Rourke now, right? That's this new kid, Jimmy Rourke, who seems to be, pretty smart and whatever. Well, at least no, not smart. I don't know yet. The
Yes,
jury's still out. But
the jury's
so
still out.
his so his girlfriend is like part of like this terrorist organization now. Is that what's going on?
It sounds like, yeah, she used to be a part of like an Irish terrorist
But
organization
she's
against
back.
Britain. Well, she's in New York, so she recreated her life, name change, everything. So, but an ex-boyfriend or something, meets up with her, and has her hiding this rocket launcher for him at the docks, and then he springs on her in the second episode. Oh, it's meant to be used here, not in Britain or sent to Ireland for
So
their
now
cause.
she's gonna go and rat on them with to the FBI, and she's gonna get involved with the FBI now because she wants to protect New York because that's she's afraid the rocket launcher is gonna blow. Because we know it's a rocket launcher because we saw it in
Yep.
the flashback.
Well, it wasn't a flashback. They opened the crate and flat out showed her. Yes, it's a rocket launcher. Look at
Yeah.
it.
No question.
Like,
Time is
geez.
over.
Yes. Yeah, these characters, it's like everybody's an anti-hero in this show so far that we've seen. Other than Agent Polk, I don't think we have any one good person that we've seen so far in the series yet.
Well, well, that's what I'm saying. That plan was terrible to take this hand and to put fingerprints all over the place. But let me ask you this question: what the hell was Mickey thinking, giving Aaron that bracelet
Yep.
from the jewelry robbery? Why would you
This
do that when you're
the
trying to hide the
second.
fact that this guy's even involved?
Yeah, the second he gave it to her, I'm like, dude, you're making a mistake. I mean, because like they gave everything else to J.K. Simmons' character, Sweeney.
But you're supposed to feel bad for this kid. Oh, he likes her. He's trying. There's a romantic thing here. No, he's a fucking idiot. He's a moron from the first episode to begin with.
Yep.
And now here we are, and we saw how the end of the second episode went.
Yeah, gets hauled away. Yeah, not the like I said, not the brightest bulb, a little bit of a hothead, and I don't know what he was trying to do with that bracelet. Maybe give her a chance to. Well, she's not going to leave her life. We all have
Well,
seen.
the whole conversation was messed up because I'm watching this conversation and she's talking to him and she's saying, "I saw you with you were the last one with this guy," and you
Yep,
got to think that eventually that they're going to chase down the trail of where is this guy, and they're going to find out that the last person to see him was this lady, and
yep,
then the lady's going to say what she saw because they're going to threaten her what she did, and it's going to
exactly.
lead back to this kid, which the story's.
I agree. Not smart. Not. I mean, it's. I think even in the trailers we see that all out war breaks out between the Irish mob and the Italian mob.
I
So
don't know. I
it's.
never seen the trailer.
What if you've never seen the trailer? I will put it
Nope.
on our. I'll put it on our article there. So, but
I don't
yes,
want to watch it.
you don't want to watch it.
No, because it's going to ruin every surprise and reaction I have.
Oh, good
Because
point.
right now I have no clue that there was going to be an Irish and Italian war, all-out war, until you spoiled it for me, Mike.
Spoiler alert, there's going to be an
Yeah,
all-out war between the Irish and the
that's your
Italians.
new nickname. Spoiler alert. No,
Spoiler
but
man.
seriously, I did not watch a trailer for Westies. I was told that Titus Welliver is going to be in the show. I'm like, I'm in. Then I was told it's going to be a show about this set here. Okay, I'm in. It's going to be this many episodes, and the first episode's dropped this day. Okay, I'm in. This morning happened to be that day. I watched them. I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, it got me hooked. Like I said, the Sweeney's character right off the bat. I mean, Zakaro, he starts and ends the first episode tied up to a chair. It winds up different towards the end of the episode. I mean, you got this Birdie Polk that's trying to bring Glenn Keenan, Titus Welliver's character, in to infiltrate, get.
You're ready for my big, but I think it's going to be not maybe not even a big reveal, but this is what I'm guessing my prediction.
Yes. What's that?
The Titus Welliver character and the Sweeney character are somehow related. Brothers or half brothers or cousins,
Oh, okay.
there's something too familiar there going on. I'm telling you.
That would be a nice
Father-in-law maybe to
twist.
the first wife or something there.
Yeah.
That's
Cousins
my
twice removed, something like that.
bold prediction is that somehow there's too much familiarity there that either that or something to do with the war because they said that he was in war, so maybe they were in war together back then.
Oh, yeah.
Because even at one point he said it's me accent,
Yep.
and it didn't seem to work out very well for him.
No, that didn't. Yeah, he
He said,
wanted
"Take
his
your money
kid to
and go."
be.
You
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
yeah.
So,
Take your envelope if you want to keep getting them. You got to do what I say.
but mark this thumbnail because Pete's prediction is that Sweeney and Welliver character are brothers or cousins or family related
Keenan and
somehow.
Sweeney are related some way, shape,
That's
or
my
form.
guess. Yep, that's my
All right.
crazy guess for that. What do you have a crazy guess?
Oy, crazy guess. I don't really have a bold prediction for this season yet. I kind of like to see how things unfold, but like I said, it's great start to this series, great start to these characters, and there's so many characters they throw at you in these first two episodes. It's crazy trying to remember all the names.
Let's not forget that Mickey technically didn't kill Zachariah or whatever the guy's name
Zakaro,
is.
yeah,
Zakaro. Remember, Jimmy did.
yep.
That can come back to haunt them when all is said and done.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think Jimmy's gonna kill Mickey or has to kill Mickey. That'll be your big twist at the end. What you should have did just like you did Davy O'Brien. They all should,
Yep.
these assholes. Anything else you got on your docket there?
Let's see here, just checking my notes. Even though there's a lot of gritty and dark moments in these first two episodes. I do kind of like the humor from Sweeney when he sees the hand being dropped on his desk and he's like, "Are you guys just going to drop body parts on my desk every time you meet me?" So there is a little bit of humor to the show, which I do like the twist or like that angle being brought into the episodes. It can't just be all blood,
It
gore,
definitely
killing
has some
people.
humor because even with the thing with the hand, when he's like, "Give me a beer," and he's like, "Where's my beer?" I was like, "Oh, let me give you a
Yeah,
hand." He threw the beer, So, but yeah, I
exactly.
mean, so dumb. They traveling across the lines of the fan.
But yeah, bad plan on your side, or like you had said earlier, bad planning. That actually triggered in my mind. I'm like, boy, Pete's gonna say something about the compare it to From with the bad planning.
Just the
But yeah,
plans are the worst. It's like, and I get it, but I get what they're trying to, and even Sweeney knows that it's not good
yes, definitely
because he
not.
tells Jimmy at the end, he's like, I know you're trying to do this whole illusion, but the truth always comes out. So basically, you're,
Yep, exactly.
and he's
Yeah,
making
the
giving bracelets from the jewelry heist to this lady.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing what else this season brings and seeing more maybe possibly your family members pop in throughout the season here.
Yeah, see who shows up, see what the
You grew up
scenery's
in New
like.
York, right? You probably hung out with people like this. Are you, just out of curiosity, you're part Irish or Italian or anything that you know of, or
I'm Polish.
you're Polish? Okay.
Yeah, I grew
I
up with a
didn't
lot of
know.
Italians and Irish.
Okay. I was curious.
I grew up in that neighborhood, yes, but
Nice.
you know, think about it.
Yeah.
They're doing robberies without cameras everywhere, without
Yeah.
phones, without there's no cellular phones there like that. Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's set
what's
back
the?
in the
I was gonna say, what's the story set in
80s.
'80s?
Yeah, it's set in the 80s. I can't remember the exact year, but yeah, good setting. I like the grit, dark
Yeah, in the '80s, I was a
undertone.
baby. In the '90s was when they started cracking down on these guys. So I missed the boom times with those guys.
You missed the boom time with
Yeah, I
those
missed a
guys?
chance to make some easy money in the neighborhood. I would work hard like an asshole.
You
It
had
is
to
what it
work
is.
for a living, damn it.
Well, I tried not to in the beginning, but they catches up to you eventually. So it is what it is. But the show is awesome. I'm all in. I do wish Titus Welliver was like the main character, but I mean, he kills it and he's on my screen enough. I take it.
Yes.
And the cast is awesome. So I'm very excited about the show and I'm glad that we're covering it. And this show definitely has weekly potential. So we will be covering it, as much as we can week by week. So
Yeah.
that's a wrap for Westies season one, episodes 1 and 2 for Mike, for Pete. SMSmashups.com. So many shows on YouTube, so many mashups. Catch us with our other coverage all across the board. Later.
Talk to you in the next one. Have a great week, everybody.